Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and yeah, the camera is kind of off because I'm trying to get this centered, but I have to plug my camera in the front, and thus doesn't have very much length with the cord, and thus it gets tight and it's harder to move. I'd have it plugged in the back, but every time I get on Streamlabs, this stupid thing, the camera isn't wanting to display here. So I have to remove the thing and then add it back in on the Streamlabs. So I don't know why, but anyway, as of this moment, I have finished Season 1 of The Devil is a Part-Timer, and I've started Season 2, so I got Season 2, Episode 1 done. And what a way to start Season 2 off! Oh boy. These two episodes, 5 and 6, which is what I'm going to be reviewing today, Devil is a Part-Timer, Episodes 5 and 6. Oh boy. Which means that the finale is going to be a standalone episode because, yeah, an odd number of episodes. Anyway, this is the battle between Lucifer and the others. Obviously, it was Lucifer and Alba. Yeah, Alba, the guy who was working with Emmy back in Ente Isla. Apparently, he's double-crossed her and is now working with Lucifer to get rid of her and Satan, so that way they don't have to worry about them, obviously, interfering with whatever they're doing back in the church. Or back in Ente Isla. And they badly wound, if not almost kill Ashia in the process. And damage Mao as well. And they managed to teleport away to... they teleport to the busiest area that they could find. And Lucifer and Alba managed to find them, obviously. And Mao takes another hit to the chest. A giant hole in his chest. And Lucifer decides, I don't need you anymore, and just tosses Chi out almost to her literal death. But thankfully, Emmy caught her. And Lucifer decides that this is the best time as any to finish the job, because he thinks obviously that Ashia and Satan are dead. So he destroys the bridge, causing mass chaos, confusion, panic, fear. And this has the added effect of not only giving Lucifer power and magic, but it gives Satan and Ashia magic as well, which means that Mao is now back in his true form, even just temporarily. And he caught the bridge and everything that was falling. Obviously it's heavy, even for him. And now, I think it's due to the energy drinks that Emmy was drinking. Or did she get that later? I can't remember. Oh, wait, I think that's later. Whoopsie. But, yeah, she finally has enough celestial force to be able to go back into her, her other form. I guess her normal form from Ente Isla. But not with all the armor, just a little bit in her sacred sword, of course. And Chi is now seeing everything that's going on, so she now knows everything that's happened and what's going on. And Mao ends up using a barrier so that way the others could go all out and not have to worry about civilians. Obviously, Mao is a decent guy. I don't know if he actually was back in Ente Isla, or I don't know, to be completely honest. Later on we find out about, like, the Inquisition and stuff. Maybe he was going against them. Maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, we don't know much about how he was back in Ente Isla besides all the, the deaths and everything. But, like I said, that's not all the whole story. I'm betting that there's more to this than we're letting on. Or they're letting on, essentially. But, yeah, instead of causing more... Essentially, he's a good guy because now that he knows that negativity and fear are what gives him magic, he could have easily caused even more chaos and, like, destroyed some buildings, for example, to cause even more panic and all that, so that way he could get more magic. He could have filled his magic up completely and then some, and then just gone back to Ente Isla, or he could have done that and taken over the world by doing that. But instead of that, he ends up protecting the civilians that are in the area and knocking them out, so that way they don't, panic and try and run off and get accidentally hurt or caught in the crossfire. Thankfully, Ashia is back up and at him due to all this, and they easily take out... they kind of back the two into a corner, and then once Mao gets the bridge set down gently, he joins the fray and easily kicks their butts. How Lucifer managed to survive the hit he took is beyond me. Because from the way it looked like it was going to be a very, very strong attack, but nope. So now, Olba is, they're both defeated. Olba ends up being arrested. And two more people, Albert and, dang it, what was the girl's name? I can't remember. They show up from Ente Isla, and stupid me forgot that, or didn't realize that I had to have the subtitles on in order to be able to understand what the heck they were saying. Yeah, I had the subtitles turned off, because usually when the subtitles are on in a English-speaking show, it'll usually just say what the people are saying. Stupid me didn't think that, that would be needed in order to understand what the heck Albert and the other girl were saying. So I am very sorry about that. You guys, we all don't know what the heck they're saying at this point. I didn't even go back and rewatch it with the subtitles on to understand what they're saying, but apparently they're okay with Satan being there and not causing trouble, of course. Because, I mean, at this point, he hasn't caused any trouble. And yeah, they promised to help Emmy out and help them all figure out some stuff, because apparently stuff is happening in Ente Isla. Or, yeah, something is happening in Ente Isla because Olba ended up betraying the church and working with Lucifer. So we have no idea why or what the heck's going on, or if he's working with the Inquisition, or who else they're working with. Who knows? Anyway, the Inquisition will be brought up later. So, yeah, it's not technically a spoiler, it's just something that obviously... I mean, real life, we had the Inquisition in real life. Many deaths caused by that as well. Maybe that's what they're mirroring in this show, I don't know. Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, yes, that's actually probably what it is. Anyway, now they had to figure out what to do with Lucifer. They can't obviously arrest him like they did with Olba, because unlike Olba, Lucifer can get his magic back through negative emotions. So Olba can't really restore his celestial force, so he's not really too much of a threat. Lucifer, on the other hand, is. So what do they do with him? He's now staying with Mao and them. Oh boy, 3 people's living in that tiny apartment. That looks like a freaking apartment for one person, essentially, and 3 people are now living there. And they end up having to splurge and get a computer, internet, and that stuff. And the bad thing is that Lucifer has a bit of a shopping problem. Yeah, so another amount of stress is going to be added into them, because he's going through all their money by buying stuff online. And he has been apparently doing research into stuff that could give them more magic. And I mean, hello? I guess they're trying to find ways to get their magic back without causing chaos, I guess that's what they're doing. Because, I mean, they know now that their magic comes back through negative energy. So, I mean, heck, if they want to do it without causing chaos, Why doesn't Mao just go to a hospital? People die there, and there are people there that are going to be upset, stressed, dying. The families of the dying would be enough. That negative energy would be enough to get him his magic back. So why doesn't he just go there? It doesn't cause any problems for anybody. It doesn't cause chaos. He's not doing anything wrong. Why doesn't he just do that? Hello? Kind of a bit of a plot hole here, unless someone can explain why he doesn't. Anyway, Lucifer comes up with a possible lead on getting possible magic. A sealed classroom that apparently a student went in and disappeared. Turns out it's at Chi's school. And when she finds out what they're doing, she helps them inside, and they try to find the sealed classroom, which is in the abandoned part of the school. Which you can tell once they get to that point that it's the old part of the school, because it looks more like older, less modern than the other part of the school that they're in. And Emmy finds out what they're doing and goes after them because she, I guess, needs to keep an eye on them. And she ends up seeing one of those science dolls that they have in classrooms that shows the anatomy of the person, you know, with half you can see the skin and the other half is the organs on the inside. Yeah, she destroys that thing, thinking it's a demon. Listen, I know Emmy is smarter than now and then when it comes to like all that the technology stuff, but good God, you would think that she would have done research on stuff and figured that out, or at least seen that it wasn't moving and that it wasn't a demon. Jesus. Anyway, they find the sealed classroom, and it turns out it is not. It looks sealed, but someone's been in there. Turns out, Lucifer and Olba had come through the gate and ended up in there, and that's where they had been taking refuge until they made their move, and Lucifer left one of his game things behind, and that's why he sent them there. All this over a game. I would have gone with Ashi on that one and sold it for money. Because, I mean, considering how much Lucifer's probably spending, they probably need to recoup their cash. So, yeah. I can't wait to get to Season 2 for you guys. Oh my God, Episode 1. I was like, what the fuck? How did that happen? Is what I wonder, and if you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about, you better go watch Season 2, Episode 1, and you'll know what the heck I'm talking about. Anyway, but yeah, I am eager to see how this will go, and hope you guys enjoy this.